There is a unique disdain I have for people who willingly deceive others on the basis of their own stupidity and their ineptitude to take themselves seriously enough to hold themselves accountable. And there is no greater example than Pink Sauce Lady, because Pink Sauce Lady, as a businesswoman, is a colossal screw up. And there's no amount of saying she's a black woman and all y'all want to do tear down black women is gonna save her from the fact that her business, while creative, was not the strongest when it came to execution. And everybody knew that. People who bought the product because they want to support a black business knew that. They critiqued her. She wanted to say that people who critiqued her weren't special. You had people caping for her, trying to make it seem like, oh, well, you're in the wrong because you should be taking into consideration how this criticism could make this person feel, not realizing that that criticism was absolutely fucking warranted because her business practices fucking sucked. And she got saved by Dave's Gourmet in a really good turn about fortunes so that you could understand, hey, this woman, she failed at all this. The execution was poor, but with this signing, she could go the legitimate route. She could have it in stores. People could see it, purchase it, and she could expand her business and be a successful businesswoman that we all would hope she could be. Because honestly, do I want to see her fail? No. But as the days go by, I'm losing more sympathy for this bitch because she was going on saying that the company that saved her ass was fucking with her.
They can't do is steal my legacy away from me. One thing they can't do is be me. No more beige sauce. Pink sauce, real quality pink sauce. They failed me, I can't fail myself. And I'm still gonna win. Yeah, I've been gone for a minute, but I'll be real back. I'll be back soon. This is just crazy what's going on. But y'all will know soon. They can't steal from me. This is my legacy. I know y'all been wondering, like, what's going on? Like, what? Like, this is tacky.
And she was getting donations. She was claiming she was broke. She was claiming she only had $20 to her name. And it was all this cockamamie shit. And Dave's Gourmet came out and said, hold on, that's not what really happened. And they even put out a detailed statement for everybody to see and understand that this woman is lying on their name. Pink Sauce x Dave's Gourmet partnership timeline in August of 2022. Dave's Gourmet LLC signed an agreement with Veronica Shaw and her entities, Pink Sauce LLC and Flavor Crazy Incorporated, in which FCPS and LLC Shaw were responsible for promoting Pink Sauce through the digital content, and DG was in charge of achieving the required shelf stability for the product, making the formula acceptable for commercial production and following FDA's food production guidelines, production and sales of the PS product online and to retailers. Because remember, this woman is someone who clearly was so smart enough and a great businesswoman, she didn't know what FDA stood for. At the time, Shaw was not producing PS because FDA instructed her to cease all the production due to quality concerns. She was making PS in her kitchen and was shipping it without refrigeration in the heat of the summer, and the sauce frequently went bad during shipping, as evidenced by many social media posts from buyers.
Oh my God. Look at this. It don't even say pink sauce on this bitch.
The sauce was not shelf stable and was not safe for shipping without refrigeration. There was a huge negative publicity online and on social media due to the quality of issues that Shaw had experienced. According to the agreement, Shaw received an upfront payment of $45,000 as a part of the agreement for DG to pursue the sales of Pink Sauce. According to the agreement, Ms. Shaw was responsible for all the refunds for the product that predated the agreement. After the agreement was signed, it turned out that neither of the cash in her accounts due to the multiple customer complaints and even cash that was there was mostly not available to pay refunds. DG couldn't see the customer's disappointment with no product and no refund, so it provided approximately $30,000 to cover the refunds, even though this was Shaw's responsibility. Some of the funds came back to DG after the hold on the Shaw's account was lifted by PayPal and Shopify. Prior to entering the partnership with DG, Shaw reviewed the negotiations of the contract with the help of her attorney. According to the contract, Shaw receives royalties that depend on the sales of Pink Sauce, and also there's a milestone payment if certain goals are met. All payments have been communicated and paid on time in accordance with the agreement. DG also advised Veronica that Pink Sauce royalties should not be her only source of income, as they can fluctuate, and she should have a regular job to make sure that she has financial stability, aka if you are somebody, for example, a content creator, and you get that first big check of $1,000 and you think, oh my God, I can change my life with this. I could start buying things. I could start buying purses. I could start buying consoles. I could start buying all these things. This is gonna be my future. If you don't have more money and if you don't have a second stream of income, that once a month check will fluctuate based on your product, based on viewership, based on how many people are buying what you selling. And if you ain't selling nothing that's good, people not gonna come back, and that first $1,000 check is gonna turn into $100, and you won't know what the fuck happened, and you won't have a second source of income because you bet it all on one thing based on one specific time where you was getting success and not thinking about the long haul. Which is why many fucking people say when you start some shit, make sure that you got something in the background that helps you out in the meantime, because you shouldn't just bet it all on one go the first time. You should build so that you can have this be your main source of income and then have other things that bring in even more fucking income. At the time, DG did not know if any sales would be generated from Pink Sauce. In the fall of 2022, Shaw was struggling financially. DG wanted to be helpful, and over the course of several months, provided Shaw with multiple cash advances that totaled more than $40,000 without charging Shaw interest or fees. These advances were supposed to be offset by future royalties that Shaw was going to earn. In March of 2023, Shaw communicated that she had spent the entirety of her previous advances and that she needed another advance to feed her children and to avoid being evicted. DG sent her 2 advances that totaled $5,000, but again encouraged her to continue working other jobs and pursue her private chef career, and she had been doing prior to partnering to commercially produce Pink Sauce. Shaw wanted to know more about the activities related to Pink Sauce at DG. In the beginning of 2022, the DG team set up a weekly standing meeting to discuss brand strategy to support and collaborate with Shaw. She attended only a couple of these meetings and has not been in attendance since. February of 2023, Veronica requested over $10,000 in marketing expenses to throw herself a birthday party and also provide a request for DG to pay for her dress that cost more than $800 and shoes which cost over $600 that would potentially be used in a TikTok video. Can we gather around the campfire for one fucking second? Because I understand that there are a few people who are very upset with me and how I talk about Miss Pink Sauce Lady and how I word it as if you should not be betting it all on black businesses. And here's the reason why I say something like that. Because a black person got the same level of intellect to scam the fuck out of you as a white business. I don't know why y'all want to make this racially exclusive and try to pretend like a black business owner wouldn't fuck you over. But yes, a black businesswoman and man would fuck you over. A lemonade stand where lemonade is 5 cents probably got piss in it. You want to tell me how she was on camera saying she broke, she need help, Dave's Gourmet screwed her over, she's running around saying, oh my God, the next time this happens, I'm gonna read the contract. You mean to tell me that this company was giving you money and was giving you advances because you said you needed help, and yet you crying about being broke? That's not anybody's fault but your own, because you are piss poor at financial responsibility. Give me $45,000. I'm investing some of that and I'm paying my rent with the rest of it. I'm making sure all my bills are covered for as long as they could possibly be covered. And the rest could be used for investment, because that's what a financially smart person would do. As a 24-year-old who's gotten a lot of fucking money, I've made some financial decisions that are piss poor, I've made some financial decisions that are absolutely lucrative to my bottom line. And the reason I was able to do that is because I was smart with my fucking money and not just blowing it on cute little TikTok trends. And what was it she said? She wanted to do some campaign that was kind of like the Barbie movie, but there would be a way for her to get away with it. I don't think you could do that legally unless you're making it something transformative so that people don't sue you for copyright. But you cannot run around and actually think for a fucking second you can cry victim when you yourself are the predator. You are piss poor at finances and you wanted everybody to have a sob story to feel sorry for. Kyrie Irving gave you thousands of dollars. I hope he get that fucking money back. DG suggested a smaller budget, and because Dave's Gourmet would not approve these expenses, Shaw refused to collaborate or contribute to marketing efforts alongside Dave's Gourmet moving forward. February of 2023, Shaw attempted to submit business expense reports for personal expenses like buying 4 pairs of sneakers or expensing or grocery bills. DG informed her that such activities are fraudulent and asked a lot of questions related to receipts submitted. Shaw did not respond to any of those questions. May of 2023, due to large advances on Shaw's royalty payment, the balance of Q1 royalties owed to Shaw came to $666, the devil, and 86 cents. DG decided to hold off on deducting $10,000 in advancements from the royalties due until later periods so that Shaw has more funds to cover her needs at the time, and instead pay Shaw $10,666, the devil, and 68 cents. This balance and all payments processed have been outlined and communicated to Veronica consistently. DG deducted the above mentioned advances of $10,000 at the second quarter royalty payment in June of 2023. Shaw submitted an expense report to DG that included requests for payment for her time dedicated to making social media content. Such request was outside of the terms of agreement. DG asked for clarifications related to the various expenses listed by Shaw, but backups, receipts, and explanations were not provided. DG reminded Shaw that business expenses need to be pre-approved by DG. Dave's Gourmet has kept this timeline of information private, leading up to Veronica taking to social media with defamatory statements regarding the integrity of our business, which has put us in an unfortunate position to share details that would have otherwise remained private. In total, Veronica Shaw has received over $120,000 in payments from her partnership with Dave's Gourmet and Pink Sauce since August of 2022 to date. She has certain obligations in the contract related to social media activities that she has violated multiple times, but DG chose not to enforce them and not to create a strained relationship. After Shaw went to social media to create the illusion that she is not being compensated properly.
This is the way I look at it. Shit, I am a millionaire. They just ain't give me the money yet. That's all. They just ain't give me the money yet. But it's cool. It's not cool. It's really not cool. Like, I'm here losing my shit. Like, 2 days ago, I had an emotional breakdown. Like, this man is so afraid of me. He's so scared of me because he know my strength. He's so afraid of me, and I hope he watching me right now because he will know I'm not giving up. I'm not stopping because that's what they want me to do, because this is not a quality part. It's not a quality product. At the end of the day, this is not a quality product. The pink sauce is not supposed to be the beige sauce. The pink sauce is not supposed to be the multicolored sauce. The pink sauce is not supposed to be freaking vinegary like that. It's not. That's the tea. Let's wake it up.
DG communicated to both Shaw and her attorney that DG will cover the cost of Shaw's legal counsel to go through provisions of the agreement and the payments to explain that the payments were correct, and DG is following the agreement. This proposal was rejected by Shaw. When y'all want to argue with me about how all Pink Sauce needed was a chance, all Pink Sauce needed was this, all Pink Sauce needed was that, this woman got $120,000 that she blew because she's financially slow and she's running around crying about, oh, these people screwed me. They trying to take my name. They're trying to take my brand. They're trying to take my legacy. Your legacy is a fuck up. Your legacy is a failure. Your legacy is some pink gunk that everybody with a brain said, you know, I'm gonna give it a chance. And then they got the product and it was an unmitigated disaster. I hate that this is something people want to continuously come back to and say, oh, well, black women, they just need to work harder and do better. No, some people just need to fail and never come back again. I had sympathy for her at first. I wanted her to succeed, but knowing that this woman is publicly lying about the company that saved her ass, fuck her. Fuck her supporters. And the fact that people want to run around and think, all right, I don't know any way to comfort some random stranger online. Let me just give them money. Is the dumbest shit that y'all could be doing, to the point where I just want y'all to give me y'all money. Hell, give me the money. I'll use it, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna use it for. I'm gonna buy a car. I'm not gonna waste my time running around trying to say, oh, well, what we could actually do is make some gunk, make some sauce, even though the idea of blue sauce is very interesting. I'm just gonna use your money for my leisure. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and be like, this company I signed with, they're not paying all the money. Kyrie Irving gave this woman thousands of dollars. And she probably blew all that money anyway. How are we this bad? In the future, can we not do something like this? When we see something on TikTok and it looks sketchy, how about we not invest any money towards it? We can watch it play out, and if it becomes something better, maybe then you could consider putting some money towards it. But if it looks questionable, you can engage with it, you can share it, you can like it. You don't have to put money towards that, because when you do that and it becomes a colossal fuck up to where the owner is running around lying, the owner is running around lying about how the money was given to her and how she's broke and how she has to contribute to her family, she's an embarrassment as a mother, as a provider, because if she's getting all that money and blowing it, that's her fault. If she's not reading a contract where a company is literally coming and saving her ass from financial ruin, she's the fuck up. And to end this, I'm gonna end it any way that I've ended it any other time. Buy Mutt sauce. I'm not sponsored. I don't want to be sponsored. I just know good sauce, and it's made by a black woman, the most disrespected group in American history. And trust me, ain't nothing pink going on there, and it ain't no fucking scam.